Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I am back with another Tunisian crochet technique tutorial. For today's technique tutorial I am going to be showing you guys how to join patches as you go in Tunisian crochet. So without further ado, I am going to get started. I have this gray rectangle here. We're going to pretend that he's a grand project and we want to make patches. We want to make a patch type project. And we don't want to thread needles and sew and all that fun crafty stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this rectangle and we're going to come down to this very bottom row where we did our first cast on, and we're going to find that first chain that we did, and this is super important so that your rows aren't off. We're going to find that. We're going to insert our hook right in there, and we are going to simply join another color, securing it with a chain. Oops. It's like that. Alright, so this chain does not count as a stitch. For this previous patch that I did, I think I did like 11 stitches. So I'm going to do the same. And you can do any variation of stitches that you would like. Some people like the asymmetrical look to their project, so feel free to experiment with that. Alright, there's 3. Alright, and I'm going to do 10 because I'll end up with 11 and I'll show you guys how. Alright, so we are going to cast on this chain as normal. So yarn, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. Alright, and we can count our stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I have 10 stitches. I'm not going to be working into that securing chain that we did, but instead I'm going to be looking at these side stitches on my swatch that I am joining to. So I want to find that first row, the end of that first row, which is right here for me, and I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert my hook into that, into both of those bars. I'm going to yarn over, pull up the loop, and that is my 11th stitch. Now, what we're going to do is a returning pass. But the only difference is with this returning pass is that you don't have to chain 1. You can just yarn over, pull through 2 to the end. Alright, and that is the first row. Securely joined to our patch. So now what we're going to do is do another forward pass. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to, as normal, work into that second vertical bar of our row. And we're just going to work our simple stitches all the way across. Alright, we're at the end of our row, and now we're going to go up a row on our previous swatch, and we are going to insert our hook into that end stitch, those 2 bars at the end of the second row over there. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, then we're going to do our return pass. Pull it through 2, pull through 2, all the way to the end. Alright, and this is what it looks like so far. So basically, you're going to repeat these 2 rows all the way up into the top of your project. So I'm going to continue working my forward and returning passes, and I'll meet you guys back when I get to the top of my project. Alright guys, I am back. Wow, what was that? Alright guys, I am back and I am ready to take on the last row. This is what my work looks like so far. I have a nice clean join here, as you can see. So this last row, I've worked in actually all the rows from this patch, and I actually need to do my cast off or bind off row. So how I go about this is I just kind of do it as normal. So I'm just going to slip stitch in each vertical bar along this row until I get to that last spot where I need to join it to the other square. And here's the last stitch. Alright, and so now that we've worked into that last stitch, you can see we have this little spacing here, which is a no-no. So we're going to look over here to this other patch that we have, and we're going to wiggle our hook underneath both loops of that slip stitch. Just like that. More or less like that. Alright, and then you're going to yarn over and you are going to pull through and slip stitch into that slip stitch. And this closes up that gap that was there, and from this point you can just chain one and fasten off. Alright. And then of course the bigger, I feel like the bigger your project is, the less curling you'll have. But this can always be solved by doing a little blocking. I hope today's video was helpful for you guys. If so, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on awesome weekly content like this. I usually post Tunisian crochet tutorials every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. CST. Don't forget to check out my other social media. I'm on pretty much everything except for Snapchat, so I have a little bit of something out there for everybody. And if you want to support the channel, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. You can check out my coffee blog, which is in my description box below, or you can check out my Etsy pattern shop. And until next time guys, happy making.